Well, the June issue of CPN finally arrived on the 31st of August 2022. So tomorrow is the 1st of September, the 1st of spring. Happy month, everybody. Yeah, we're getting back to, I reckon it must be all the commotion that's going on in America. They're probably, I don't know if they're going back to C-mail or something, I don't know, but in the past, it's been really good. You know, I would actually get it in the same month that it came out, but now June's coming out in almost September, so it's almost going back to when I was a child over in Perth, Western Australia, when you'd be getting it about 6 months later, basically, or 6 months sometimes. When it first started up, you had to wait a whole year to get onto the mailing list. And just before you got onto the mailing list, a big parcel would turn up with all the back issues, and you go to the toilet and you read those. Every time you went to the toilet, you'd read those back issues, waiting for the new year to start. And then when the new year started, you get the March. Well, yeah, basically a whole issue later, or if not longer, maybe 2 issues later, you get the one issue, and they keep turning up that way. Or you'd get them as like a year set. I think like the first one, yeah, I got a whole big pile of them, and then I got a year set from the previous year, and then you were rolled over into the new year, ready to go, and then you'd have to wait, you know, C-mail basically, and back then you'd have to go down to the bank every bloody year to have a bank draft to order this thing, and the bank draft would come to be about a third of the cost yet again for the journal. So you pay, as I say, it was like $50 or something, or whatever it was back then, for a year's subscription. I can't remember what it was, because remember, it's Australian dollars for paying for American dollars, you see. So whatever it was in American, you basically doubled it for Australian dollars, and then you added on a third of that for the bank draft. Yeah, so yeah, you can see. So I can't remember what the price it was in American dollars, but basically you used to double that, and then from that fee you'd add on a third for the bank draft, and then you were good to go for a whole new year, sort of thing. And of course, this was back in the days when it's all black and white, but they were fantastic. The black and whites were really fantastic. And I still remember this story. I turned up at David Bond's place in the 90s, and when he heard that I had the whole original set, because I grew up with it, you see, he almost fell to his knees and almost licked my boots. I could believe. You should have seen the look on his face when he found someone who actually had Volume 1, number 1, 2, 3 and 4, and he'd been looking for years for this. He finally found something. He struck gold. I said, yeah, I'll make you a couple of photocopies for you. It was just absolutely bloody fucking, as we say down on the part, bloody fucking amazing. He almost fell to his knees when he realised that, yeah, I've been in CPN since the 70s, and yeah, I've got all the black and whites. Why, you missing a few issues? And he almost fell to his knees. I swear he would have licked my boots if I asked him. I swear. Anyway, I'm still here. Yeah, and I got a number of spoken word cassettes with the late Donald Schnell. We used to correspond back in the late 80s into the 90s, sort of thing. So yeah, I actually have some spoken word cassettes of the late Donald Schnell, and I've even got one of Mr. Plantastic out of Melbourne. So yeah, and a few other people. So yeah, I'm still here. I'm still going. I just thought you liked that little anecdote there. Yeah, David Bond's now down in Tasmania, so he's retired now, but he used to be a teacher back then. But yeah, I still remember the day when he was, I swear, he almost looked like he was going to fall to his knees, and if I'd asked him, he would have licked my boots, knowing that he was finally going to get a complete set of black and whites. Oh, by the way, do you know, I've got a complete set of the old CPNA, the Australian black and white issues as well. And there's a whole anecdote story behind how I got hold of all of those as well. But that's for another video, I think. Okay, see ya, over and out.